In this video, we're going to take a look at how teams stack up prior to the 2026 MLB season at the midpoint of free agency. Let's see if any teams will fall to the back of the pack or may teams jump to the front of the line. Let's find out and get started. Worst team at this point of the offseason, I believe, is the Colorado Rockies. I think they, just too many pieces they need. Pitching has been horrible for decades at this point. Obviously hard, in Colorado, but they just don't have the roster needed to compete at this point of the year. Expect them to be less in their division. At number 29, I've got the Washington Nationals. I do think losing Finnegan and trading, some assets last year and Ferrer as well. I don't think they have the talent just yet. They've got some good pieces, sure, good young prospects that have potential. Pitching is not there. Minimal bullpen help. So I do not see the Nationals competing this year at all, and could fight for the fourth place in the NL East, but I think they're going to be in the back of the pack for the entire year. Number 28, got the Minnesota Twins. Right now, they've got some pieces that they could trade. Joe Ryan, Buxton, to name a few. I don't think they have the talent outside of a couple good players, but they're just don't have enough. They're in a solid division. No top tier teams necessarily, but every team has a fighting chance outside of the Twins to win their division this upcoming year. At number 27, got the Chicago White Sox. I do believe they have gotten a little better with their recent signings. I don't think they have enough to compete just yet. Some of their prospects haven't hit thus far. Montgomery should have a solid year for them, but I don't think they have enough to compete in this division just yet. I give it another year or two. I could see them trading Luis Robert, and they could even slip from this 27 position. Number 26, got the St. Louis Cardinals. They're kind of in a fire sale right now. I could see them trading Brendan Donovan here in the near future. They have already traded Sonny Gray this offseason, along with others as well. So I do not see them competing. They've had some decent pickups at the same time, but you can tell they are regrouping this upcoming year, and I do not see them, winning more than 75 games by any chance at this point. At number 25, Los Angeles Angels did pick up Kirby Yates today as a reliever. They just don't have enough talent thus far. Mike Trout's on a downslope. Rodon has officially retired. Granted his release essentially. We'll have to pay him over time, it looks like. But they don't have enough pitching, not enough depth, third base, second base, really not enough positions right now. I could see them signing one of these top free agents to help fill some of these voids, but they don't have enough talent at this point to compete in the AL. Got the Tampa Bay Rays at 24. They also have made multiple trades this offseason, and I do not see them competing. They've got some talent, of course, in Caminero, and I don't see them being very good at all. You can tell they are a rebuilding team. I give it 2 years, they'll be back amongst the top. They always do compete, hence them being at this 24th ranked spot. regardless of how much talent they had last year. I think they exceeded expectations, but I don't foresee uh, a, a vast, great future in 2026 for this team after trading some of their starters and pieces. Number 23, Pittsburgh Pirates. Uh, Paul Skeens. Jared Jones should be back at some point this year to help the staff. They have a good pitching staff. They have added um, Ryan Hearns uh, and a couple good pieces thus far. They don't have enough hitting at the same time to compete for full 162 games. I could see them crack uh, 500, but at this point, not necessarily yet. I understand they probably are looking for more bats, to help their lineup, and they have made some solid moves thus far, hence the bump up to the 23rd team in the major leagues. Miami Marlins, number 22. Uh, Pitching up and down last year. I could see Alcantara possibly being traded. Edward Cabrera also likely to be traded. So it just depends if they stay put. They could compete and could be a top team. If they, hopefully they try to get another bat to help their lineup. They did recently trade for Ruiz, a speedster, but I don't see him as an everyday player. Not a great defensive player, but they will be in a very tough division, and I do not foresee them competing. Number 21, I've got the Cleveland Guardians. Don't foresee them competing this year too much, and I foresee them being the fourth best team in the division. They always play well. Um, Losing Bieber will not help them in the long run. I think they have solid pitchers, but no aces necessarily outside of their best players. Then they're really not deep at all. Manzardo would have to have a big year, 35 homers to really help them compete. I don't think they have everything they require to succeed in a 162 game season. They need to add some pieces, and I don't think they will. I'll be moving to add some more pieces. Number 20, San Francisco Giants. I could foresee them trying to add a few pieces still, but presently constructed, I don't see them being one of the best teams in the National League. I could see them possibly going for Bichette, slide him in second base. If that worked out, that would be ideal for them to get back, but they will also probably need a top end starter too. So right now, I don't see them having enough, even with some of their top stars on their team. But a lot of teams do have some great stars, and I just don't see it presently to get back to the playoffs. Number 19, the Athletics. They've got Kurtz is phenomenal. Jacob Wilson is also phenomenal. I think that got some very young bats that will help this team push 500, maybe even more so possibly. But they don't have enough pitching right now. And I think it's going to be tough. Without a proper ballpark still, to really help their pitchers out. At the same time, I think they will struggle overall by end of year, and hence the 19th spot. But they couldn't slide into the playoffs if everything falls right. And, they're at a little above 500 around the trade deadline. Maybe they add a piece or two, and maybe they could sneak in. Number 18, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Right now, this is a team could be a major flux. I could see them adding some major pieces. Please go watch some of our other videos, top 10 remaining free agents and top 50 to hear my thoughts on who they might be adding. But I do not This is a team that could be trading Ketel Marte any day now. That's definitely possible. Could they also be signing Alex Bregman? That's also possible too. So, amongst others. So, uh, it's a team that they really could go any way. Some of their relievers are hurt for the majority of the season, best relievers. So that will be major damage for the Diamondbacks to compete. Number 17, Cincinnati Reds team, borderline playoff team again. I think they could have a shot here with some of the National League losing some of their best players uh, at the same time. So I could see them sneaking in. Kind of constructed the same way. Do any of the players take a uh, major bump and bump in the road? And they get better, they get worse. Let's see. Ellie De La Cruz lock in All Star every year for the next 10 years or so. Might need a little help at the same time. They've got some potential young arms that they've got several guys that could be aces for years to come. So if they can, they'll be in the playoffs. Number 16, Texas Rangers. I do see them trying to get one of these top free agents still remaining, but presently constructed, they don't have a proper lineup to really compete. In my eyes, still got some great players. The addition of Nimmo has been a good addition for veteran presence in the outfield. Seager is great. Obviously, having DeGrom and Evaldi would definitely help them in the playoffs. Just a 1-2 punch like that would be dangerous if they can get into the field. See it at a 50-50 split right now to make the playoffs, however. Number 15, New York Mets. Right now, this is also a team in flux. Uh, Losing Pete Alonso to the Baltimore Orioles. I think that could definitely hinder them making the playoffs. Yes, they signed Polanco as first baseman. I believe they will need two top 10 free agents in order to get back in playoff hunt, really, and really be a true contender. I could see them trying to get a big bat and a starting pitcher for sure. Senga could be a trade option for them, so we'll see where they wind up. Could go up, could go down, but I think right in the middle of the pack is probably where to place them as of this moment. Number 14, the Baltimore Orioles. Still need a little more pitching to truly compete in this division and in the AL. But several solid additions thus far. Pete Alonso is going to be a big help to their team. Did recently sign Eflin to a 10-year or $10 million deal. But I don't see them having enough pitching right now. Will they add one of these top pitching free agents? Hopefully they do in order to compete. Otherwise, they'll kind of be in the middle of the pack once again. Number 13, Detroit Tigers. I think they exceeded expectations this past year. I think they might take a little slip here. Could trade Scooble at the same time. So this is possibly ranking with that prediction at the same time, because if he's off the team, this is a team that will have very minimal chance at the playoffs. Just depending on what they do. But with him, he's a phenomenal, probably top pitcher in baseball outside of Skeens, and they should be good and right in the hunt to make the playoffs. Number 12, the Houston Astros, team that could have a bounce back here. Getting some of their guys healthy again could be a big boost. Yes, their pitcher, they've got several pitchers, injured for a while. So if they can get another pitcher, that'd be great. But I think they're always competing, regardless, despite the hatred for the Astros of the past several years. But I think they're a good, solid roster for the most part. They're young, so this is a team that could drop for sure by the end of the year. Could stick around this area, but I've got some faith in the Astros personally. Number 11, the Boston Red Sox. Lots of young talent. possibly losing Bregman. I think it'd be a big boost if they could regain his services for sure. Pitchers, they've got about 10 starting pitchers that could be a starter at the same time. Um, Sonny Gray addition's a great addition for them, so I see them competing. They're not the front runner or runner up as of this moment, just based on overall talent in their division, but definitely borderline playoff team just based on how deep the AL happens to be, especially the AL East. Number 10, Kansas City Royals. I think this is a team that it's time for them to step up. Bobby Witt's phenomenal, Pasquantino, uh, as well as a very good hitter. Salvador Perez, older but still contributing with his bat. I think they've got a good amount of talent. Garcia as well, pitchers, Ragans and others, of course. These guys are pretty good. I think they didn't play to their fullest potential this past year, and I think they should probably should probably be the front runner for this division for 2026. Number 9, the Padres definitely have no longer necessarily front runner. I think this is a team that could definitely be selling a lot of their pieces. But as of right now, they did get Michael King back. They've got some pitchers. Darvish will be out for the foreseeable future. Mason Miller is phenomenal. Losing Robert Suarez definitely didn't help them, but they've had probably the best bullpen in all of baseball, in my opinion, last year, and still to this point, even losing Suarez. So I think they're going to compete. If they can get another bat, possibly that would help them, remain around this 9 area, give or take, but not a front runner. Number 8, Chicago Cubs, also looking for pieces. I could see them possibly trading. I'm not sure if Matt Shaw is their guy at third base or not, but I could see them adding there. Pitching, they don't have a true number one. Imanaga's good. I don't think he's number one. Justin Steele, when healthy, he's quite good. Not necessarily number one, but definitely a 2. Just could be tough for them to get back. They've had some solid bullpen depth pieces added recently, but I'm not sure if they're losing Kyle Tucker could be a dilemma here. If they do lose him at the same time, I'm not sure if he'll be wanting to come back for 8 or so years, but we'll see where Tucker winds up. But as of right now, I've got the Cubs here at number 8. Number 7, Milwaukee Brewers. They were, for a while last year, the best team in baseball. I don't necessarily. They did overperform. I think this is an approximate, spot for the Brewers presently constructed. Could they trade some pieces and Freddie Peralta and such? Sure. I think right now with him on the team, they should be right there again. They've got some bullpen pieces and starters and bats that are all around pretty solid. So I've got them here at the number 7 spot. Number 6, Philadelphia Phillies. Right now, Suarez still a free agent. I think he's probably likely to come back. Same with Real Muto at this point. But without a catcher, starting quality, catcher at this point, and really not having a 5th starter at this point is probably Painter. But do they want him to start the whole year? We'll see. They do need a little more depth pieces as well. So I think they slide a little bit, are getting a little older. It's good that they got Schwarber back, but will be contending, and let's see if they can, win the division for, I believe, it'd be 3rd year in a row. Number 5, Seattle Mariners, one of the best pitching teams in all of baseball. Could use another bat. Do they re-sign Suarez, Eugenio Suarez, as a third baseman? I think that would keep them in the top 5 if they can get him back. If they want him back, we'll see. Um, but their pitching will carry them as long as their bats are solid. They'll stay in this top 5 position, one of the front runners in the American League. I've got the Yankees at number 4. Definitely a team in flux. You can see them get much better. Could they get 2 or so of these top 10 free agents remaining? Absolutely. Could they whiff on all of them? Sure. Ramblings that they could want Bo Bichette and trade some of their pieces. We'll see. Do they get Bellinger back? I'm not too sure they might, but we'll see. I know the Yankees do want to cut their payroll at the same time. So if they do, they might slide from this 4 spot, especially in a tough AL East. Number 3, the Atlanta Braves. I think this team has improved dramatically thus far. I think Suarez coming onto the team, Shrevsky's a good addition. Re-signing Iglesias has been a good pickup and expected closer again for them. I think they've should regress, back to the norm. At the same time, they've struggled, at times. You could say Michael Harris is horrible the first half of the year. Second half, he was good. Acuna was solid, but not great. Matt Olson had a down year, but still close to, 100 RBIs and, 30 home runs. Austin Riley was injured, potential, NL MVP at the same time. Not a front runner by any means, but, they've got a lot of talent. Getting Ah-Sung Kim is a very good boost, to their lineup, as they had very minimal with Nick Allen this past year at shortstop. So I think they'll be right there. As long as they might be adding another starting pitcher, we'll see. They're not known to add big time free agents. Over the years, they've never spent more than $100 million on a free agent in their tenure, outside of re-signing. So could be difficult to get a big guy, but I think they might be looking for a starter here. Number 2, Toronto Blue Jays, the runner-up in the World Series. They almost had it. I think they might be the front runner to get the top free agent remaining. Santander, hopefully, they might want him to, he struggled this past year big time, and, if he can get back to health and performance, that's a major boost. Do they lose Bichette? Are they content with Jimenez and their infield presently constructed? But they've got a good team. Their pitching staff is very, very solid up and down. Cease is a big addition. Could they have overpaid for him slightly? Maybe. Paid a lot more than Michael King, who's just as good. Um, but you can tell they're here to stay. They want to, they're willing to spend, and they want that World Series championship. So I think that's going to be tough, regardless of what they do, compared to the top team and best team in Major League Baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers. They really underperformed in the regular season and still won the World Series. Just their depth this past year and absolute star power throughout the lineup, up and down, pitching staff. It's hard to beat. Honestly, you need about 10 All-Stars just to truly compete against these guys. And, I can see, Otani's going to be phenomenal for years to come. Yamamoto, Freeman's getting older, Betts is getting older. So if they do dip, it's going to be their bats. But Um, just the longevity and consistency with stars. I don't necessarily see that coming anytime soon. So I do expect the Dodgers to be the front runner once again for the 2026 season. Can things change over the next couple of months, barring injuries and trades? Absolutely, but at least very, very early on, I do expect the Dodgers to be the absolute front runner, and to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. So I do expect the Dodgers as the number one team going into the 2026 season. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Go check out our other videos, top 50 free agent remaining players available, top 10 free agents available. We've got predictions on the Braves, Marlins, Mets, and more to come. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.